Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Julie White from Pennsylvania, and I'm really excited that you took the time out of your schedule to join the Zoom or to watch the recording, because it's you're going to hear some information tonight about activation in a variety of ways, and we have a very special guest tonight. His name is Jon Garner, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of his background. He is an executive consultant leader with our company, LifeVantage, and he is from Kearney, Nebraska. He's married to Amber, and he has 5 kids and 2 dogs. He is a former pharmaceutical rep. He was a rep for 12 years, and he loves to be on the go, which he's showing us that tonight. He's coaching kids and the sports they love. And listen to this, guys. This is pretty amazing. He has helped well over 10,000 individuals and families achieve better health, wellness, and reach their financial goals. And he is on pace to help the next 10,000 a lot faster than the first. So, with that, I just wanted to introduce you to our guest tonight, Jon Garner, and I would encourage you to take notes and pay attention. We're in for some really great information. So, thanks again for joining us. And, Jon, I'm going to turn the time over to you, my friend.
Well, thank you so much. That was a great warm welcome. I'm happy to be here. Um, it's uh, it's a fun time. So it's the first 10,000 were a lot of fun, but now we have a lot more people helping us to tell the story, and that's all that it really is. We go out and we help people all the time. And so tonight we'll be talking about some really good health activation, and you may be wondering what the heck activation is. Well, we'll cover that here this evening. And we're going to need to do it in a pretty short period of time because in less than an hour I have to be on the soccer field training a group of U14 soccer girls. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. Is that coming through okay, Julie?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about LifeVantage and why now, and basically how the company itself is evolving and molding into the leading company in nutrigenomics and an activation company, which is new and really leading the way across health and wellness and giving people a vehicle to earn some financial gain as well along the way. Tonight we'll be talking a little bit about the company. So I'll give you a little background. I'll tell you a little bit about me and how I came to be here and be your presenter here tonight. Want to make sure that you understand the difference between activation and supplementation. And then really talk about the breakthrough and category creating products that we have. And I know there was one other gal on tonight that was in pharma as well. And so when we talk about category creating, it's so incredibly important to be first. And that's what this company has tonight is we're going to be talking about breakthrough products that are first and category creating in class. We'll talk about a way that you can share the story. And that's what we're really looking for is not only people to gather testimonials from for your health and wellness gains and how these products can help you and your families, but also there's compensation. So if you want to help us tell the story, there's going to be a way that you can earn some extra money as a side hustle or a full-time hustle, if that's the way you would like it. We'll talk a little bit about the culture of the company because I think that is ultimately when you choose, right? Because it's your choice. When you choose a company and where you want to go, you want it to be a good place for you and your family. And then there also has to be growth potential. So I want to make sure that you understand where this company is at and what the potential is that we have. So again, my name is Jon Garner. I'm out of Kearney, Nebraska, and we are busy. We are so busy, but it's a fun busy. I spent 12 years in the pharmaceutical industry, of which was really, really busy. I covered 3 different states. We're in rural part of the country, and so it was a large territory. I was also a certified field trainer, which meant when somebody would get hired in California or Montana or North Carolina or Texas or wherever, they would call me late in the week and they would say, "Hey, Jon, we need you in LA on Monday." or we need you in Billings, Montana on Tuesday. Um, and so really, as good of a job as it sounds from the outside, and maybe from the outside looking in, great compensation, great benefits, but at the end of the day, a life sucking job. Truly just sucks the life out of you. It's the stress was unbelievable. And my family and I, we found ourselves doing things that wasn't like us. We weren't acting like us because the stress began to mount. And so that was a frustrating time. And I was telling you, we were looking for something different, had no idea what to do, had no idea how to earn that type of income, to replace any income, had no idea. And so when this came to us, really, the only thing we were really after was health. That was it. Because in our mid 30s, we noticed changes, like major changes, health going downhill, fatigue, energy, weight gain. Um, we couldn't get dinner on the table in time. We couldn't get laundry done. We couldn't get the house chores done. We just couldn't keep up with our kids. There was not enough hands around the house to keep up, and really just felt like we were in this, you know, um, same rhythm and roll every day of we're getting up and doing the same thing over and over and over again and never getting ahead. And at the end of the year, things seem to be just a little bit worse. Never a little bit better, right? And we always think that it's going to get better. And believe me, I'm an optimistic guy. But at the end of the day, it was not better. And that's kind of where we look. We made one small change in our morning routine, one small change in our morning routine that absolutely changed everything, absolutely everything. And our life has never been better. So I'll cover that change tonight, and I will show you that it's small little things that you can do to absolutely turn your life around, because I feel like we're all about in the same boat and we're all looking for the same things. See, there's trends when it comes to health, and those trends are everywhere you look, everybody is exhausted. You can lie, you can look on Facebook and people trying to portray their perfect worlds, but in reality, you might get caught up in trying to fantasize about somebody else's life. But it looks so great. It looks so great on social media, but at the end of the day, you've got to take control of your own life, right? You've got to build your own life. You've got to take control of your future, because if you don't, you're going to wind up in the same exact spot you are now. And that's the scary part. If you do nothing different, nothing changes. You do nothing different, nothing changes. And everywhere you look, everybody is tired. They're fatigued. They're worn out. They're gaining weight. They're getting sicker, right? And I'm going to show you some things tonight that will prove that everybody is just getting worse off. The economy is in turmoil, right? Everybody's looking for a little extra money. So everybody wants a little extra money. Everybody's looking for a little extra energy. And you can see those trends by the things that people buy. And you don't have to look very far to see that, right? And so when we look at chronic disease across the board, and this is just mind-boggling to me. So when we look at chronic disease, approximately 43% or 133 million people in the United States have one or more chronic illness. One or more chronic illness, guys, that is not good. 133 million people, almost half of the US, have some sort of chronic disease, and those numbers are rising. If things were going the way that they're supposed to be, right? If the world of healthcare, which is reactionary, actually helps people with their health, those numbers should be going the other direction, right? With all the technology advancements in today, disease and fatigue and illness, and deterioration of the human body is just getting worse. Approximately 25% of adults have two or more chronic conditions. And as you get older, right, chronic diseases change with age. The older that you are, and this kind of goes along with my story, when I was in pharmaceuticals, I would ask doctors, I would ask them all the time, it's like, hey, what's the average age of the patients that you see? And they would say, well, generally they're all above 40. And I'm like, well, why? And they were like, well, because they're getting old, John. I'm like, well, did they have anything wrong with them before they were 40? Well, no. And I'm like, well, then why do they have something wrong with them after 40? Well, because they're getting old, John. They're just getting old. Their systems are wearing out. And my thought was, well, if their systems are wearing out, why can't we just activate their system to do what it was designed to do by God, to really give us a chance. Like the best pharmacy that we have, you have to understand, is on the inside of our own body. We just have to give it the right ingredients to flip the switches. That's really what it comes down to. And so the older you get, the more statistically disadvantaged you are to feel worse. And then you always think that things are going to get better, but in reality, they get worse because you start to feel worse. And you every year, your hormone imbalance gets worse. Your energy levels get worse. You sleep worse, right? And so again, that all is this trigger where things are beginning to go downhill and they spiral out of control. And the systems that you have to protect itself no longer can protect itself because you're getting older and systems are wearing out, right? And so um, and it spirals worse than that. So financially, you've got 75% of all healthcare spending in the US is allotted to chronic illness. Okay. The indirect and direct costs combined, right? And indirect just means, hey, they can't go to work, or now it impacts their job. It impacts the way that they can do things, right? So both direct and indirect, it costs the US $37 trillion a year, and that number is growing. But here's the key, right? Here's what gets really interesting. The CDC came out and says, hey, it's not just your genes that make you at risk, right? It's your poor nutrition, it's physical activity, it's your lifestyle, right? It's the environment that's around you. So environmental toxins are causing the body to wear down quickly. And so the good news is that we do know that aging has disease related, right? And basically health deterioration related is right associated with disease and lifestyle. So the three biggest factors overall, are lifestyle, nutrition, and aging. And we do know that we can control each and every one of those. The problem is that most people just aren't. And you can relate to this because when something goes wrong, right, we will tear our bodies apart until the fact that we can't do it anymore and something has gone awfully wrong with our body, and then we turn to doctors, right? And we turn to doctors and we end up taking pharmaceutical medication. We turn to the drugstores, we turn to the gas stations, and we pick up rock stars and monsters and everything that we know that is bad for us, and we start eating carbs because our brain is tricking us that carbs is giving us energy when it is not. Okay. And so people will spend every last dime they have to try to get their health back. When in reality, if we just make a few small tweaks, maybe even one small tweak, we can start to avoid all of that. See, the biggest trend in world history going on today and has been going on for a while, and it's growing like crazy, is the fact that health, wellness, and life extension is the next trillion-dollar industry. It's not pharmaceuticals. It's not chemically enhanced drugs, right? Drugs, you just think about this for a second. You have to open your mind. In the world of pharmaceuticals that I came from, those products are never intended to be in the human body. They're all chemical. They have to be processed by the liver. When they're processed by the liver, your liver gives off an astronomical amount of toxins, and that's where you get your adverse event profiles, right? You get the dry mouth, you get the explosive diarrhea, you start bleeding from your nose. All of these different things are adverse events because that's a chemical property that's going into the body. That's not solving the problem. That's just putting a band-aid on it. That's putting a mask over the issues that you're having, but giving you another issue. And that's why as you go along in time, those free radicals and those toxins and that oxidative stress begins to rise and build up. And then as that builds, it tears your body down and you can no longer fight. Your cells become so weak that they can't defend themselves, and fatigue plays a factor. And then all of a sudden, another chronic illness begins to show up. Okay. So when we started looking for something, we knew that number one, everybody has issues with aging, with chronic related illnesses and fatigue. We know that the biggest trends are in wellness and health. And so we wanted to try to position ourselves there. And that's really why we're here today, is to try to help. So when we look at where LifeVantage and where this company really fits into the story, is LifeVantage is a publicly traded company, and this is just me and a few of our business partners. Some of you will recognize them on there. Miss Cassie Teal on there, which is one of my main business partners, and Gary Stern out of Florida. Phenomenal individuals. But again, we're out in front of our LifeVantage headquarters out in Salt Lake City, Utah, and this is where LifeVantage is really setting the tone to become that activation company, where they're really looking at your DNA and trying to figure out how we can manipulate the body, right, with natural plant ingredients from a nutrigenomic standpoint to be able to activate your body so that you can live your best life possible. This company is growing like crazy. Right now, we're in a perfect storm. If you look at our board of directors, I'm really proud that Aaron Brockovich came on board. I know most of you are looking at that right now. If you know that Aaron Brockovich is on board with this company, you should know where we're going. Okay. We're a 14-year-old company. We're publicly traded, so you can buy stock in this company. We're a debt-free company. You can look on the NASDAQ. We just rang the closing bell again. So when you talk about wanting to be somewhere where there's a lot of potential for growth, you want to get into a company that's not a stagnant company, but a company that's really on the rise and moving quickly. And we are in our first phase of momentum as we speak, and I'll kind of go into that. But the history of this company and where it started and why. There was an award-winning scientist that discovered the secret of aging through activation. That's where this started. It triggered a response from ABC News. Back in 2005, ABC News knocked on the door and they came in and they said, "Hey, we hear that you have the fountain of youth," right? And they did an ABC primetime investigative report where they checked John Kionis's blood on national television, right, which led to a 45% reduction in oxidative stress with I believe it was about 18 days on our flagship product, which then spun to universities and prestigious institutions all over the globe that began to study our product, right? So think about this. In pharmaceuticals, the sole parent company would have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to go through phase 1 through phase 4 clinical studies to be able to get your product on the market. In this scenario, because of an investigative report done by ABC News and the results that they showed on ABC News triggered a response from places like Harvard, from the American Heart Association, from Ohio State and the University of Denver, Colorado, from Virginia Tech, from the National Institute of Health, the National Institute of Aging, and a whole bunch more of prestigious institutions began to study our product on their own dime. And the result was absolutely incredible. There's a short video that I would normally share, but because of time tonight, we're not going to watch this video here. However, if you have not seen the ABC Primetime Investigative Report, and I'll start this for just a second so you kind of know what it is. But you need to watch this full video.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. more enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm it.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just
So I let that go just a little bit longer because it's every time I watch that, it gives me the chills. That's where it all started. And this is why it absolutely started to fly back in 2005. And this was before they were even in direct sales. So it wasn't for another 4 years after that before they decided to go into direct sales. So they were in GNCs, they were in CVS pharmacies, those type of places before it went into direct sales in 2009, all because of a housing market crash in 08, 09, when Amazon started to flourish and online businesses started to really flourish. That's when they decided they needed a different method in order to get this product out to as many people as possible. And so after that video, these are all the institutions and universities that began to study the product. And they didn't say just anything, guys. They were talking about, this is from Washington State, where they said the health effects of Nerf2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. And this is not a therapeutic. This is not a medication, right? This is not medicine. This is an activator that anybody and everybody can take. Everybody should take, because as we age biochemically, oxidative stress markers go up, which means it puts your system at stress, right? If you're feeling stressed, it's because oxidative stress is also climbing. Your cells are stressed. That's cellular stress, okay? And as that cellular stress rises, good things do not happen, okay? Overall, I will tell you that oxidative stress is being studied over and over. It's record year after record year after record year. And anybody that's in medicine, when they look at this graph and they can see the amount of studies that are out there on oxidative stress and the different health concerns associated with oxidative stress, you will realize that we're on the right path, right? This is, if you want something done, this is the place to be, right? Because you position yourself on a trend where it's something that's needed by everybody. Protandim is our flagship product. Our Protandim is the only product ever proven in a clinical study to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. What this does, guys, it's all natural. It's phyto ingredients, ashwagandha, bacopa, milk thistle, green tea extract, and turmeric. Those five in the right, it's the right amounts at the right time. When you put those together, creates a synergistic effect that upregulates your survival genes, right? And we're talking about thousands of survival genes that are upregulated. NRF2 is the pathway that it primarily targets. So what it does is we all have an NRF2 pathway. When that pathway is activated, good things happen. When that pathway is not activated, we age rather fast. And so NRF2 has really been labeled as the guardian of health span. It's also labeled as the master regulator of the aging process. Protandim is also the only product in human history that's ever proven to extend lifespan. It is the only product out there. So again, the only product ever proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and the only product ever proven to extend lifespan. Of the millions of products that are out there that claim to talk about anti-aging and reduction of oxidative stress, understand that there is one that's ever been proven clinically to do exactly what it's supposed to do. And they didn't stop there, right? They went on and put that same technology into a family of products. So from skin care and hair care, all NRF2 activated. They went into a sister product with Protandim Nerf 1 and Protandim NAD, which helps to upregulate mitochondria, helps to upregulate the NAD and sirtuin activity, which is really another cell balancing to really help cells extend lifespan. And then they went into, you've got the only fat burner now on the market that's proven, this just drives me crazy. The only fat burner, the only activated fat burner on the market that burns 181 calories per dose without changing any diet, without changing any exercise, without changing anything else. You're burning an additional 181 calories per dose. We have a nootropic, which is Axio. So instead of people taking your Monster drinks and your Red Bulls, Axio is a nootropic, so good for you, super healthy for you. You could drink that any time of the day that you want, but it's got good ingredients, just brain food when you think about it. So an activator for your brain. And they go, again, a step further. We just launched within just a little over a year ago, our newest breakthrough in activation, which is an activated True Science liquid collagen. And this paired with our Protandim Nerf 2 is one of the craziest breakthroughs that you're going to see in the industry probably for a while. Okay. The collagen that we have goes well beyond skin deep. You're talking about nail health. We can go through all these. I mean, your joints, your gut health, you're strengthening your bones, overall tissue repair and recovery, eye health, liver function, optimal health for cardio flexibility. And that just goes back again, guys. You're talking about, really, they're talking about more like blood pressure type of things here, because as we get older, arteries become stiff. Your arteries are made out of collagen. So as you start to supply more collagen in your body and get your body to produce more collagen, those arteries actually become a little bit more flexible, which helps in cardio. It's a really wise way to put it, a cardio flexibility. Sleep quality, mental health and mood, brain and cognitive health. And what really makes it different, what makes it superior and unique to every collagen on the market is simple. Our collagen activates, replenishes, and maintains. Every collagen on the market replenishes. Okay. And they replenish in different ways and in different methods, and I'll show you why ours is different in that way too, but we are the only one that activates and the only one that maintains. We do that through phytonutrients like red ruby quinoa extract. What that does is it helps boost your own collagen production, which shuts down around the age of 25, 26. It boosts your own collagen production with your own genes by 500%. So not just supplementing with collagen, but upregulating the production of your own body's collagen by 500%. Activates and upregulates the SOD gene by 2,700%. And if you don't know what that is, SOD is a master antioxidant enzyme that is the most important antioxidant enzyme that there is inside the human body. It helps upregulate glutathione and helps recycle glutathione. All of those super important to athletes and everybody in between, because SOD would be, if you wanted to compare it to something on that you could take over the shelf, would be like vitamin C, millions and millions of times more powerful than vitamin C. It also decreases the MMP9 gene, which is interesting. We have a gene that breaks down your collagen as we age. And so we're actually putting a block on the gene that degrades your collagen. So again, we're upregulating your own production by 500%, and we're shutting down the gene that's responsible of the collagen degradation. That red ruby extract goes beyond that. So if you look at the collagen density, the little yellow spots in these pictures, this is basically a shot of your collagen markers after week 4 and week 8. But that collagen density more than doubles with just the red ruby quinoa extract. This is just your body's own production of its own collagen. Okay, we replenish, so 500 milligrams of hydrolyzed marine peptides from sustainably caught fish. That's going to be important to some, but it contains 10 types of collagen, not just 1 or 2. And I would tell you that most of them on the market use a cheaper collagen and only 1 or 2 types of collagen. This has 10 types, type 1 being the most predominant type of collagen, which is mostly surrounding skin elasticity, skin moisture. That's what's really going to give you that youthful appearance. We maintain collagen by these citrus berry extracts. So not only are we shutting the gene down that's responsible for collagen degradation, but also with this extract helps slow the breakdown of your existing collagen. What's not in it? No added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. So I get a lot of diabetics that ask me this all the time. Can I take it? The answer is absolutely yes. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I can tell you all day long how much all of these products have helped me immensely from a day-to-day basis, and how I am on top of my game and feel at the very best that I've ever felt since being a diabetic at the age of 12. So I can tell you that these products certainly serve a purpose, and more than just me. It's everybody that's out there that's looking for a better way to live. They want to live better. They want more energy. They want to look better. There's a reason why all the ladies on here, you all go to a beautician, right? I know my wife does, and they spend several $100s when she goes. Guys, people want to look better. People just want to look better. And not only do they look better with our collagen, it's repairing the inside first, which then is projecting on the outside. So if you're looking better, imagine what that's doing on the inside. The reason that it's a liquid is simple. Powdered collagens, which is predominantly what's on the market today, powdered collagens are between 10 and 30% absorption rate. Okay. What that means is if you spend $100 on a collagen powder, you're using about $10 of it. Okay, understand that? It's 10 cents on the dollar is what you're actually getting at it, because your body will not absorb that collagen. It will not absorb that collagen. Okay, this is like my specialty. This is somewhere you don't want to take a powdered collagen. This is why. It's not worth your money. No matter how much money it is, you're not getting what you want out of it. And so you want a liquid collagen, a hydrolyzed collagen. And what that just means is they chop it up so it's smaller pieces so that your body can absorb it. And when your body's absorbing it, now as a liquid collagen like ours is over a 90% absorption rate. Over 90%. So you're almost getting a full dollar for dollar absorption with our collagen. It's way better together with the protein. They just released a study where they talked about cellular with your cellular stress, and that cellular stress, guys, the cellular stress response is a big deal. It causes all sorts of havoc inside the body. What they're showing when they put these two products together is not only is there more than 13,000 genes that are activated, 13,000 genes activated across, I think it was 18,000 pathways inside the body. Can you only imagine the good that comes from that, right? Of turning those good survival genes on. That's the combination between collagen and prodandum. So you're talking about reduce, recover, and restore. Reduce, recover, and restore. It is the only stack like this on the market. If you're looking to feel at your very best and you want to change, and you say, I don't know why I feel like this, and I'm in my 30s, or I'm in my 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know why I feel like this. I feel like I've got a good diet, or I might be an athlete. I don't know. I'm an athlete, and why do I feel this bad? Guys, everybody, no matter what level that you're at, no matter if you're working out every day and you say, well, I'm getting everything I can in my nutrition. What you are not getting, okay, because the body is still aging and the amount of oxygen that you take in tears your body down. So it's just kind of interesting, right? And ironic that the number one thing that keeps us alive, which is oxygen, is also the number one thing that ages you and causes dysfunction inside the body, right? It's high toxins. Your body uses oxygen, gives off a pollutant, just like the fuel you put in your car gives off a pollutant out the tailpipe. This combination right here between these two is insane with a cellular stress response, just shuts it down and allows your cells to recover and do what they're intended to do. And the results don't lie. I could show you these all day. I mean, we have probably thousands and thousands of these pictures by now. These are the ones that I have. But the before and afters of these products, if the outside is looking different, imagine the inside. Imagine the way that people feel. Okay. Am I going to stop there? I'm going to show you a ton of these tonight because they are, and you could take some screenshots of this if you want, because it really, when you start to dial in and really zoom in on these, you see such an amazing change in people. And when people look different, they feel different, right? They're feeling better. And when you feel better, you can get more done. That's the part of that when we talked about the dysfunction earlier. If you can feel better and financially, if you were better off, right, you can get more done in a day because you've got less stress and you want to get more done. Here's some closer versions. These are just insane. And guys, again, this is that combination, Protandim and collagen. The results don't lie. These are easy ones to pick up on. That just blows my mind. That is amazing. And pretty quick, right? 0 to 30 days, some 90 days. I know now some people have been on over a year on product, and those that are on a year, wow, do they look so much different. Had a conversation with my wife's principal today, and he talked about he's been on the product for just under 30 days, and he couldn't believe the change in not his face, right? He couldn't believe the change in his feet. He couldn't believe the change in his hands and the back of his arms. That's what he could not believe the change in, right? And that was a conversation I just got today. Evolve is more than just taking products. So you can feel at your very best. But if you want to help us tell the story, and that's all this is, if you want to help us tell the story, you can get paid for sharing the information. And it's as simple as this. You get surrounded by a community of people just like you. There's nobody with any specific background that is better than anybody else, right? This is the level playing field that everybody wants and allows you to put a little bit of extra money in your pocket just for help sharing the story of LifeVantage, right? You're helping people with their health, but you can also help them from a financial gain. The average earnings here, so you can look at this as our earnings claim statement. We're publicly traded, so you can see exactly we're a debt-free company. You can see how much earnings the company has. We're about a $250 million company as we speak. We also pay out about 50% in terms of commission. So you can look down through here. I always like to look at the very middle where it talks about just the average monthly commissions paid at every rank. You can go down there and say, hey, what are the average people doing in this company? What are just the average ones? Not the top end, not the people that aren't doing anything. What are the average people that have full-time jobs? What are they doing to be able to fit this in their busy schedule, and how much money are they making? Right. And so you go down the list there to a consultant 3, and you're at $659 a month. Right. A managing consultant 1, you're at $1,600 a month. Right? Would $1,600 a month make a difference for you? Because for us, this is how it started. We made one small tweak to our morning routine, which was Protandim. That's where we started, right? We didn't have many products. It was Protandim. So we had Protandim. We made that small tweak. We began to feel better. We said, hey, people began to ask us. We began to tell other people. And all of a sudden, we began getting these $20 checks, $40 checks, right? And now I'm here today as an executive consultant 1. And growing rapidly. So the way that you get paid is simple, right? It's so simple, and there's a lot of money to get started. You're going to get paid 10% on anything that you sell. Okay, so between 10 and 20% is basically where it comes down to. And then what you have is once you enroll anything above $500 in customers. So let's say that you get 5 of your friends say, oh my gosh, I love the way you look and I love your new energy. What are you doing? You say, well, I'm taking Protandim and collagen. Hey, I can send you a link and you can order. They order. You get 4 of those and you're above 500, which means you're going to get an additional bonus of 5%. When you have enough customers, so you get 8 to 10 customers and you're above $1,000 in volume, you get paid 10% up front, and then you're going to get paid another 10%. Okay, so they're going to pay you $200 on that every month, residually. When you go above 2,000, between 2,000 and $39.99, you're going to pay you an additional 15% on top of your normal. Okay, when you get to your 4,000 and above, they're going to give you an additional 20% along with your 10%. So you're going to make 30%. So you have $4,000 worth of customers. You're going to earn 30% of that, which is $1,200 a month, just for sharing the product, not building the business, just sharing the product with people to help them live a healthier life. Right? And if you can do that, that's an extra $1,200 in your pocket every single month. But it doesn't stop there. There's multiple bonuses across the company if you wish to go this route. Right? You can be a customer and just order product, or you could be a consultant and you can order product, and you can tell people about our products. And every time you tell somebody about our products, you're going to get paid. When you start building a business and you find people like me or people like Julie or anybody that says, hey, you know what, I would like an extra $500 a month, and you show them how to do that, which is just, hey, who do you know that wants to feel better? Who do you know that wants a little extra income in their pocket? They do that. And again, as you move across, you're going to get paid more and more and more. And so at the end of the day, it's about 51% of additional income or additional earnings that you can make out of your level bonuses. Check matching, which means, hey, it's in my best interest to help you grow as big of check as you can, because as you grow a bigger check and as you help others grow a bigger check, you also share in that check. You're going to match those checks and those ranks go across there. You start sharing in that at a managing consultant too. And really at the end of the day, guys, just check with whoever talked to you about this, and whoever shared this video with you. Ask them, hey, how do I get paid? At the end of the day, all you really need to do is introduce the products and the pay will start to come, right? We had no idea how the pay would get there when we first started, and you don't need to understand it all. But what you do need to understand is if you don't make a change, nothing changes. Okay. There's profit sharing that you can start to share in profits from the company from day one. Right? So all the work that I have done, all the work that Julie has done, all the work that all of the people have done since the company launched in 2009, you can begin sharing in those profits as soon as you get to an executive consultant one. There's additional perks where you can earn a Jeep or $25,000 cash. There's all-inclusive incentive trips. There's bucket list locations. There's shopping sprees. There's all kinds of things and experiences that are they're up for grabs at any time, right? There's contests over and over again. They're going to reward you for anybody who wants to go out and earn more. When you're getting started, you can get started as a consultant or a customer, either one. And when you do that, all you're looking to do is you're looking to pick a package, right? So these are one-time buy-in packages. Once you buy one, you don't have access to ever buy it again. Okay. So this is a one-time purchase. And the reason that they're one-time purchases is because they are gigantically reduced in price. So upfront, you're going to get big reductions in price. No, you did not. You're going to get a reduction in the price of those packages for your first time in. So if you want to be a consultant, you pick one of those packs. Otherwise, if you want to get started, you just as a customer and get on some products and get to feeling better and more energetic and look better, you just pick a stack. And those stacks can be any of these that you see on the screen, as well as in the LifeVantage.com website. You will see those stacks as well. Now through the end of September, there's also an unbeatable deal. So if you enroll with a stack of 150 or more, or you buy a consultant package of 150 or more, you're going to get the Rise AM and Reset PM, which is one of our new products that really is an AM PM multi-nutrient system that gives you the right nutrients in the right amounts at the right time. So think of it as like a multi, but split into two. So morning and night, to really help you wake up in the morning and help you fall asleep at night, but really give you all the right things to be able to help amplify the rest of the LifeVantage products, like the Protanums and the collagen. So this will be free in your order of 150 or more, and you get 50% off for the rest of the year, as long as you have a subscription. So with that, guys, thank you so very much. If you have questions, please reach out to the person who invited you to watch this here tonight. Also, you can look me up on Facebook if you have questions for me, or get with Julie if you have questions from a pharmaceutical standpoint or a health and wellness standpoint. I would be happy to answer any of those questions for you anytime. You can get my number from Julie. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you are, and have a blessed rest of the week.